Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Ladies and gentlemen, on my channel, I'm always telling you guys, live an active lifestyle, make smart nutritional choices, move more and sit less. Fight against the laziness, ladies and gentlemen, right? It's not about perfection, but about consistency. It's not about what you look like in the mirror, but about how you feel. And I've talked to you guys the other day or last week, whenever that was, that I did a video and I was going over how I approach, nutrition, like the things that I eat regularly throughout a day, like a typical day for me, things that I eat throughout the week, how I think about nutrition, right? Some of you guys were asking me to go over some of the stuff that I eat regularly, and I tried to do a video like that. And in the video, I talked to you guys about eggs, and I told you guys how eggs is like my go-to breakfast, right? If I'm gonna do breakfast, 99.9% of the time is going to be scrambled eggs, man, or some kind of omelet. That's usually what I'm doing in the morning when it comes to eggs. And I told you guys, I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I understand that people have health problems and they have concerns, right? Maybe your doctor told you have high cholesterol. Your doctor told you to watch what you're eating as far as, certain types of foods, right? But I'm here to tell you, and I've said this in the past, eggs are not the problem for us in society. Stop doing the egg whites. Stop avoiding the yolks. The yolk is where all the nutrition is, ladies and gentlemen. I told you this, right? And eggs are not the problem. Eggs are great for us. I eat eggs, like I said, almost every single morning, guys. The thing about it when I make my eggs, though, is that I cook my eggs in olive oil. So before I do my omelet or scrambled eggs, whatever I'm gonna do, I always put olive oil in the pan, right? And then I put the eggs on top of that. I pour the eggs in on top of the olive oil. And that's what I cook the eggs in. And I'm telling you guys right now, maybe you guys have done this before. Maybe you've been doing this. Maybe you always did this. But I didn't always make eggs in olive oil. I started doing this, I don't know, over the last 5-10 years or so, putting my eggs in olive oil. And I can tell you right now, I taste a difference. A lot of us, or a typical thing for people to do, is to spray the pan, right? You get those cooking sprays and you spray the pan. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those cooking sprays, but you'll spray the pan and you put the eggs in so it doesn't stick, right? We get that. However, I've been using olive oil in place of the sprays, and to me, this has been working great. And like I said, it tastes amazing to me. It adds a certain flavor, a certain consistency to the eggs. And not to mention, olive oil is just naturally good for you. You should be using that olive oil when you're cooking your foods, right? All this kind of stuff. Even if you have like something like a salad, for example, you can drizzle olive oil on your salad. Sometimes I make these bowls where I make like a taco bowl almost. I'll drizzle olive oil in the taco bowl. So think about making eggs with olive oil, ladies and gentlemen. Put the olive oil in the pan first, then put the eggs on it. Cook your eggs in olive oil. I'm telling you, it just works wonders. It tastes amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Just another way that you can think about making your foods, preparing your foods, because oftentimes it's the preparation of our foods that's going to help us stay consistent, right? A lot of people are afraid to eat healthy or healthier because they're afraid that the taste is not there. And that's part of the problem for a lot of people. They don't like the taste of certain stuff, so they avoid it altogether. And yes, I get it, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of this stuff that is quote unquote good for us doesn't maybe taste as good as some of the foods that we're accustomed to eating, but that's because we're accustomed to eating this garbage food, this terrible food. There are many different ways, many options that you can prepare your food to help it taste better. I talked to you guys about sauteing your vegetables. That's a great way to get flavor in your vegetables, to add flavor to your dishes, add nutrients to your dish by adding the vegetables, but you're flavoring them with spices, right? You're flavoring them with things that are not going to harm you. And sauteing your vegetables in spices is a great way, guys, to add some flavor to vegetables that maybe didn't taste naturally good to you. All right, so think about putting eggs in olive oil, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now, you'll taste the difference.